Today, I'm going to share with you how you can structure your call as a SaaS or tech AEs or high ticket sales consultant so that it is more structured, organized, and your prospect actually see you as the go-to expert and also respect you. And not only that, you get to qualify them instead of wasting tons of time serving leads that may not be the right fit for you. So as a salesperson, it's very painful actually to admit that the prospect, because we want to close every prospect as much as possible, right? But that is where the danger comes in, meaning we risk closing prospect that may not necessarily be a fit. So as a sales AE, we have the obligations to protect our company's brand, to safeguard our company's brand. So qualification is very important. Now, who am I? I'm Stephanie. So I'm from Quantum Edge, and we are launching Quantum Edge to help sales heroes to reach their full potential through coaching, training, our content, our sharing, our podcast, right? So how to rapidly turn things around from MIA leads or prospect to hero, right? So I have a vast experience, almost 20 decades in sales because I started selling at 13. So yeah, to make life works, right? So I have full experience from doing advertisement to creating funnels, right, to setting up sales and marketing systems, to conversion, to retention, to even the selling skills. Because I was in medical sales for more than 10 years. In Malaysia, I'm a HRDC accredited trainer in sales and marketing, right? So sounds very mouthful. I was a featured keynote speaker in Maret, one of the biggest real estate conference in Malaysia. So just showing you that I know what I'm talking, and I come with experience that can combine marketing and sales together, because this is what I see lacking, because marketing and sales always work in silo, right? So after having done many workshops and trainings, yeah. So today I will really love to share the common mistakes made by sales consultant or AEs, SaaS AEs, is that we are too eager to close and we are very judgmental. So if we want to get from 6-figure to 7-8-figure sales, we really need to change our mental model, which is not be placing our own judgment or mental model on others. So the main difference between a 6-figure and 7-figure sales person is really about the mindset, the abundant mindset. I'm sure you've heard of abundant mindset a lot. And this is very true for those in marketing, for those in sales, because we're usually the one who work from zero to creating millions and billions of dollars, right? So which is why mastering this is very important as salesperson, and we really need to have that kind of mentality, right? And we cannot portray ourselves as hungry or desperate. Those who have really embodied abundant mindset will understand this, that we are never in lack. When we start thinking we are in lack, oh my God, I need more money, I need to close this, I need kind of really emphasizing or telling ourselves, I'm in lack, I don't have enough. But take a pause this moment and reflect, do I really not have enough? I always have enough, right? So even though some months I really cannot get my Prada bag, my Chanel, or whatever, we will always have enough. We may not always have enough to buy what we want, but we will always have enough for what we need, right? So these are like some of the practices I do with my coachee, with our coachee, for SaaS or high ticket consultants that want to get to 7-8 figures. Is really by instilling this abundant mindset. And it takes practice. It's not just, hey, you listening to me now, or you're opening up another YouTube to watch. It's really gonna take practices, a daily affirmation and daily practice, like tuning in and reminding yourself, so that you can come out from the subconscious programming to consciously knowing you and me we are never in lack, right? And third thing, start accepting that if you want high ticket closing, enterprise account closing, it will require you to unlearn and forgo what you're doing now. Because the reason why you are stuck at your current level is because your old way or your current way of working is no longer working. So you need a new way of working. Agree? So your commission, your income, your 7, 8 figure income really is reliant on you now leveling up, ascending in terms of your mental model, your worldview model, your belief system, which is what we coach our coaches in our program. So we have tons of modules I can even show you because we really have a lot of grounds to cover. Because a 5, 6 figure sales person, AEs, is really the two world apart kind of difference than a 7, 8 figure consultants or AEs, right? Your level of sophistication and your ability to optimize conversation with your leads matter. And most of the time they're not. If you are aiming for high ticket closing, enterprise account, that will involve more sophisticated decision making. Now, how are you going to nail that decision making process and facilitate it to a close? So it really does get sophisticated. You can't use your 5, 6 figure mentality if you want to get to 7, 8 figure sales, right? So we really need to learn, unlearn, and repeat the process. And we really kind of need to die a couple of times, right? So in our full workshops, trainings, coaching, we really help AEs to nail this. How to convert more leads to appointment, who can't wait to see you, who trust you, who respect you, and how to close them for exclusivity, meaning they only work with you instead of looking around for multiple choices, how to get them to trust you. So this is your part of job as well, which will require you to pre-qualify them first and how to close the deal as fast as possible, right? By tapping into their intrinsic motivations, right? So it's all about framing and desire. Now, our consultative sales framework, purely sales, have 7 steps. But to simplify it, it's ABC, right? The 7 steps all boils down to these three main concepts, these three main elements that you need to have if you want to have a successful closing. It's not like what other folks are saying, oh, you need to get so good at closing, or you need to get so good at talking. No, it's really entirely a tango dance. It's a 2 and 4 kind of tempo, right? But I understand because I came from technical sales background as well, like more than 10 years, and I joined real estate. It's also very technically driven. So we tend to put technicality first, knowledge first, but actually it should be third. Now, let me share with you what's first. First is the prospect. Their feeling matters, their problem matter. Now, focus on their needs first. Then second, yourself, your state, your leadership, your courage to lead the entire conversation matters. Then third, impress them with the knowledge that you have, the technical knowledge. Now, I know as salesperson, we are very eager to show and share our technical knowledge, but that should always be the last one. It's the least important because if, let me share why, right? Because without understanding your prospect or the market's needs, B and C, the second and the third, which is yourself, and third, your technical knowledge or your product, is not important because you haven't even understand what they need. By you not understanding, how do you know if they really need your solution? Then if they really don't need, aren't you wasting both of your time and their time as well, right? And you're wasting lots of time which you could have used to serve leads that really need your solution. So that's why the abundance mindset comes in, which is we cannot rush through it. We cannot be eagerly wanting the page before we even understand it. That's why we need to be an attractive consultant or AEs. How? Which is by using ABC. Attract, box, convert. Attract them with your confidence, your conviction, and your leadership. Little did many AEs or consultants know. Sales is about leadership and our ability to lead in the conversation, right? And box, meaning framing. Before even going into the call, make sure that the agendas are all listed out, meaning the prospect's agenda. Okay, if I don't hear wrongly, this is what you want to address A, B, C, D, E. Am I correct? Is there anything that we should be addressing today for you? Right? So ask clarifying questions so that you can box or frame the conversation to the person's benefit and actually indirectly to your own benefit as well, so that you're not wasting time. Okay, and convert. So by understanding deeply, you are no longer shooting in blindness. So when you're no longer shooting blindness, you increase your chance of conversion by truly understand their motivation, their pain, their desire, right, their urgency. Then you know how to say the right thing, right? And by, of course, pre-qualifying, even if the prospect is even a fit, right? And then convert with confidence and conviction, right? Okay, so this is the new way versus the old way of selling, right? And all changes are very uncomfortable. I have to tell you, right, that there's chances, there's chances where people come into our program or coaching or even any other people's or coaches training, right? There are chances that they can revert back. And in fact, it's very high, 90%, I would say, unless you're super implemental, meaning you apply right away what you've learned and you embody it, right? So the journey is gonna be messy at first, hard in the middle, but very beautiful in the end. That's why you need a team that or a group of people that hold you accountable. And this group of people must have aligned value with yourself, right? So this unlearning, oh, because it's no longer working, it's probably working very well for the five-figure you, but to get to seven, eight figure, it's gonna require you to be someone better. So, which is why in our program, we are also teaching how to use sales processes and systems, and also consultative selling framework and abundant mindset. So it's really about three main things that we do, which is mindset, habit, selling skills. And the sales process and system is all under the selling skills. That is the 2024 evolve way of selling. And but I'm not teaching you, I'm really sharing to you like why this will be required of you if you want to get to seven figure. And you need to have influence. And to have influence, you need to have leadership in sales. And to have leadership in sales, you no longer can be the servant mindset like, how can I help you today? You know, but to own up, embody your value, and lead the way, meaning leading the prospect to their desired destination. Help them uncover unconscious problem or deep-rooted problem that they don't even know. That's how you gain respect, right? Instead of push, 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 pull. Because remember ABC, attract, box, convert. Attract is all about pulling. So you must earn that, right? And to earn that, we must have influence, right? To have influence, we must have conviction and to own up our duty to influence. Because once we know our product is can do very well or can do good to others, we must own it up that duty to ensure that it helps more people. Make sense so far? So it's really about leadership, this main thing. I hope my sharing today helps and give manage to give clarity Yeah. So stay tuned for our next video and sharing.